Welcome everyone on Zoom. Can you guys hear me? Just testing out the audio. Can everyone hear me loud and clear? Yes, thank you guys. Can you guys see my charts? Do you guys see Trading View? Trading View. Gold, you should see supply. Yes, perfect guys. Thank you guys. So guys, I'm in Europe right now. I'm in Kosovo. The time is 5:45 p.m. over here. So it's 11:45 a.m. Eastern back in North America, where I would normally be streaming the post-New York session. I'm going to try my best, guys, to go on YouTube and Zoom and do it simultaneously. I only have my laptop with me. Normally when I'm at home, I have multiple monitors and things like that. So I'm going to try and manage this. So if I don't see your questions or anything like that, it's because I'm kind of focusing on the charts and everything like that. But I will flip flop back and forth to normally I have the chat on a different monitor, both for YouTube and Zoom. So this one I have to kind of bring it up, and I've never worked with just a laptop, and there is a severe thunderstorm out here. So I hope everything can work out internet wise. We don't have any disruptions or anything like that, but we should have some fun today. I wanna see how everything works out today, and then I wanna continue for tomorrow and Friday, same time. And I'm gonna probably be here in Kosovo for another week. So then I'm in a conference room right now at the hotel. So everything is good here, and it will continue with this time post New York. Shout outs to Forex Borex. For Brandon doing the streams, New York. He's an exceptional guy. He's very knowledgeable, just laid back, and he talks a lot like me. So I hope you guys are enjoying it with Brandon, Forex Borex, and you guys are catching some pips with him. We're very, very lucky to have him part of our team here at SST. Phenomenal person, so much respect for him. And Dave's in Bermuda right now, so Forex Borex is gladly stepped in and helped the team out. So we do appreciate this, and I hope that Brandon will continue to get involved, time permitting, and obviously with his schedule and things like that, and he can do some sessions with all of us. Yeah, Dave has family issues as well. But Borex is doing fantastic. Guys, I'm just gonna pop open a drink here. It's not a beer, just a Pepsi Zero. So how is everyone's day going? How's everyone's week going so far? How are the markets moving? You guys tell me, how are the markets moving? We'll do some top-down analysis. We'll go over some news real quick. Then we'll go into looking at gold. We'll look at NASDAQ, and if we have some time, we'll look at Dow Jones as well. Nvidia had a nice little, at the beginning of the week, had a nice little sell-off where it dropped about 13%. It dropped down to about just below $120 a share. I think 118 it hit. So it was a good little opportunity to maybe get your feet wet with Nvidia, and then it went right back up to about 125, 126, I believe. So just be patient, discipline. I started a little position again at 118. I waited when it went up to 130 plus. I waited. I didn't want to buy the highs, and obviously things do pull back, but you just got to be patient and wait for it. That's with Nvidia. So we'll continue to watch what's going on in the markets. Okay. So give me just a few moments. Just want to make sure everything is set up, but you guys can hear me. You guys can see the Trading View chart. If I flip to Forex Factory, you guys see that as well, no issues. And then I'm just going to go right back to Trading View. And I hope everything works out with YouTube as well, because I will be going on YouTube. So I'm going to do both simultaneously, and I don't have my multiple monitors that I'm used to, so I hope I can get through this. I don't know if I'll be able to answer everyone's questions or see all the questions, but as long as I can see the charts and some candles, we're okay. Okay, guys? Everyone enjoying the Euro Cup so far? We're moving down through the first round. I was at the Albania-Spain game. It was a fantastic atmosphere out there. It was crazy. All of the people there, all of the fans. It was unbelievable experience there. The Euros are awesome. I thought they were going to get smoked by Spain, probably 3-0 or 5-0. So I'm happy with the 1-0 final.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks Network Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.
Hey guys, welcome everybody. Welcome to Stock Sniper Trading. My name is Ronnie, my partner is Dave. Welcome guys. How's everyone doing today? Local time, it's almost 6 p.m. and back in around Toronto, Canada, it's almost noon. So welcome guys. I'm live from Europe in Kosovo. How is everyone doing today? I just want to, before we get going, I just want to make sure everyone can see the charts. I'm on TradingView. You should see an XAU USD daily chart with a big red box and a green box underneath. That's on the daily charts. So just verify guys, everyone, both on YouTube and everyone on Zoom. I have to flip flop. I'm on one screen. I'm just on my laptop. Normally when I'm at home, I have multiple monitors and I have all the chats. But so if I flip guys, just make sure everyone can hear me and see the charts, and we're good to go. So I've got okay from everyone on Zoom. Is everyone all good on? Thank you, Tony Gold, my man. Okay, so we're good to go, guys. Let me just give you a little brief intro of what's going on. I'm right now in Europe. I was in Germany, so was at the Euros, Albania, Spain, and everything like that. Fantastic Euro Cups, guys. I hope your team is doing well in the Euro Cup. The football down there is unbelievable. So right now I'm in Kosovo. I'm streaming from Rubis Hotel, and it's exceptional here. Amazing. I'm in a conference room right now. There's a local thunderstorm going on right now, so I wouldn't want to be in a different place. So streaming with you guys, and we're going to look at the chart. So I'm going to continue tomorrow and Friday same time. So if you guys hit the notifications on YouTube, you guys will get in, and then next week I'll fill you guys in with the schedule. I believe I'm still going to be here in Kosovo for another week, and before I go to either Albania or to Turkey. So I'm on a vacation right now. So this is the power of learning how to trade, guys. You can just get on your laptop and start looking for some pips in the market. So that's the beauty of trading. This is the beauty of educating yourself financially, that you can do these things all around the world, wherever you are. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining. Everyone on YouTube, on Zoom, I appreciate all of you guys. Vinita, thank you for joining. Carmen, welcome. Daniel, thank you for joining. Ramon, I appreciate you. Lizzie, thank you. Thanks guys, everyone. Carmen, everyone. Sang, thank you for joining. Jock, thank you for joining. Russell, I appreciate you. Craig, thank you for joining. Dale, welcome. And everyone else, Forex Borex, guys, can we just, everyone on Zoom, can we just give a shout out to Mr. Forex Borex, Brandon, for filling in for our New York sessions. He is an exceptional person, fantastic and very knowledgeable about the markets, and just an easygoing person who likes to talk a lot like myself. And thank you, Brandon, for everything you do. We spoke earlier. I appreciate you. I hope you can fill in for more and more sessions and share some of your knowledge with the team. And thank you, man. Everyone at SST appreciates you. And I got flooded with all kinds of messages about yourself and how just easygoing you are. It's not easy to just jump on and start doing this in front of an audience. So Borex, you're a natural. Thank you for everything you do. Welcome, Sarah. Shavon, welcome. Akon, thank you guys. Mizal, welcome. Casey, everyone. Thank you guys. And Borex, thank you for everything you do. I appreciate you, brother. And everyone on YouTube, thank you guys for joining as well. I appreciate all of you guys. Saud, welcome. Thank you. I'm loving the vacation right now. I'm loving it. I got the kids occupied right now, so I can get on and do a few things. So I will get on the charts. Gizmo, welcome. Thank you for joining. Andy, thank you. Ayun, welcome. Shkilim, welcome, brother. Funny, welcome. Bogas, yep, we're good to go now. So sorry guys, we had an intro, that's why you didn't see any charts, but we're good to go. Tony Gold, Habibi, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. I hope, inshallah, you get your first payout. Maybe you have, maybe you're working on your second payout. Keep it up, my man, and keep going. Yeah, yesterday Netherlands game. Good. It's crazy what's going on in the Euro Cup. And also don't sleep on Copa America. Some fantastic games over there too. Okay, guys. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get now into the news right now. So we're gonna get off of TradingView. But remember what I've been doing. If you've been following the last few weeks, remember this like kind of green box area coming into here. So we actually gold came right into here, broke 2,300, just just dipped down to about 23.93 and it's got a daily wick forming out of here. So we're going to see if we're going to start to come up bullish, maybe to start to test 50% of our daily red candle. Or are we going to break this demand area and gold is going to continue to sell off? So it's getting interesting the way how it's shaping up. This is midweek Wednesday, and we're going to move into Thursday, Friday, and we'll watch how they close the week, okay? Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move over to Forex Factory. I hope you guys have already done your Forex Factory analysis for the week. I'm just going to quickly go over going into tonight what we have Wednesday. We've got some news coming out of Bank of Japan. We've got some Australian, New Zealand news tonight, later tonight. Tomorrow, what do we have? So if we're trading into tomorrow, Thursday, if we're doing the European session, okay, so Shahab is doing live London over here. There is some news. So remember, 3 a.m. Eastern, London market opens up. Then we move into 4 a.m. We've got some European news coming. We move into 5 a.m. We got some British news right here. And then we have a red folder at 5:30 a.m. So if you're trading anything to do with the pound or euro at this time, you have the Bank of England Governor Bailey speaking, which will create a little bit of volatility in the market with this red folder. You got FPC meeting minutes. So this is similar to when Powell is speaking with the FOMC, and then a month later they have the minutes, a summary. So this is the British version of the minutes that they release, and then we have an FPC statement over here. Italian 10-year bond auction tomorrow morning, and then we move into 8:30. So you guys should start getting familiar with this. 8:30 a.m. Every single Thursday morning, we have our week over week, our unemployment claims in North America, specifically US. Over here, we've got our final GDP quarter over quarter. So there's 2 back-to-back red folders tomorrow. And also keep in mind, 8:20 a.m. is when COMEX market opens up. So you got your commodities exchange. At 8:20, 10 minutes later, you have 2 red US folders. So careful here, guys. So when you see these red folders, this is where you should understand that there's going to be some volatility in the market. There's going to be this is where maybe you need to reduce your risk when you're trading so that you don't over leverage. The range is going to get a little bit bigger. So this is where you have to maybe increase your stop loss. If you are in a trade going into this news, if you're on the sidelines, and this is maybe where you want to remain on the sideline until after the news passes. It's kind of like a thunderstorm. So right now there's a thunderstorm outside here. Eventually it's going to pass and then the sun is going to come back out. So that's kind of the way how I look at these folders. It's going to be an extreme thunderstorm, and then if you wait it out, then the volatility will go away, the thunderstorm will go away, and then regular trading will resume. So don't feel obligated that you have to be in and trading these red folders, okay? And then there's also some medium impact as well, all at 8:30. You have core durable goods, you got your durable goods month over month over here, final GDP price index, and then we move into Wall Street, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. you have your pending home sales month over month. We'll see what's going on with the pending home sales and with the interest rates in the United States. And also, guys, if you're doing anything with the NZD New Zealand, we have an all-day bank holiday tomorrow. And then we move again where I will be with you guys at this time. And then we've got Bank of Japan coming out with some news and the Australian news, okay? And then finishing off the week, Friday. Okay, what big news do we have? I'm just looking at the big folders. 8:30 a.m. on Friday, we have our core PCE price index. Then we move into Wall Street. So just keep in mind, when we trade on Fridays, a lot of traders tend to have difficulty trading on Fridays. Okay, it's the end of the week. The psychology, we want to make some money for the weekend. We might be at our weekly goal and we give everything back. I seen it last week with some of the snipers in our group. So if you're having a good week so far, then this is where you need to start developing a plan of how you're going to go into Friday. If you've exceeded your weekly goal or you're at your weekly goal, maybe take the day off on Friday. Continue to watch the markets, but don't or decrease your risk, and so that you can preserve your profits moving into next week, okay? I want everyone to start getting better and better at that, okay? It takes time to learn, but you guys will eventually get it, okay? So that's the news. Quickly, let's go over some earnings. So Wednesday, let's see, today, this morning, what did we have? General Mills was one of the bigger names. We move into Wednesdays after hours. We had Micron Technology, BlackBerry Limited. This is close to where I am in London, Ontario. This is in Kitchener, like maybe an hour away from my house. BlackBerry, it used to be called RIM, Research in Motion. And so not much going on in after hours. Levi's, if you're into the retailers, these are very popular jeans. They have their earnings as well. This might dictate the consumer spending with these bigger names, with Levi's and things like that. Big jean company. Moving into Thursday pre-market, we have Walgreens WBA, which is Walgreens Boots Alliance. This one used to be part of US 30, but then got booted out and got replaced by Amazon. But it's still a very important name to keep in mind and watch tomorrow. So pre-market 7 a.m. Eastern, they will be reporting. We have McCormick Company, Simply Goods over here. Again, and no really big names like, you know, when we kind of see Netflix, Apple, or Google, the bigger names that can actually move these markets. But this one I would pay particular attention to, Walgreens tomorrow. Thursday after hours, we've got, okay, again, what I was just talking about, retailers, Nike. Most of us wear Nike clothing. We're going to see what they release tomorrow after hours at 4:15 p.m. Eastern. Earnings, they're looking at 85 cents per share, looking at about almost $13 billion of revenue. We'll see the actual number. We'll see the guidance, what Nike is saying for forward forecast into the next quarter. And if you're trading Nike with individual equities, with options, pay particular attention to what the numbers are, and more specifically the forward guidance, okay? And then we move into Friday. Fridays tend to be light with earnings. We only have one corporation right here, Crown Crafts, before the open, and sometimes we have nothing Friday after the close. So we do have nothing on Friday after the close, okay? Just continue moving over. Our Discord signals, we've been sending out a few signals. This is with the SST Scalper Pro. So this was a sell this morning on NASDAQ, which was running over 90 pips. And what we were looking for a sell, like we came up to the resistance up here. We've seen a double top coming back down. We'd like to see some closing volume below this key level, 19,730. And then we got the closing volume, a nice bearish engulfing candle. So when you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, then you can start to really understand everything. And if you took a sell anywhere in here and you place your stop loss above the suggested area, then it kind of really pushed down for almost 100 pips there. That's just one example right there. And then right over here, there was one that was just sent out on gold, right over here. So gold actually came through in this pocket, double bottom. We got a closing bar above and then started to move up, okay? So we want to see maybe if gold can continue to push up through here, there could be a possible pullback coming back down to retest this level. It's again at that psychological area of 2,300, and we'll watch what's going on in there. Everyone on YouTube, thank you guys for joining. This is our free Telegram group. I pinned it at the top of YouTube for you guys, and it kind of shows everything that we do here at Stock Sniper Trading. Here's the YouTube channel right here. So this is a free channel, guys. Please get involved in this. We show you what we do here. There's a gold sell coming up, rejecting volume below, and then the push down, taking out the previous low. We review our daily scalper pros here that are sent out the before and afters of how many pips they catch. Yes, some do hit stop losses, some don't get activated. So you have to be active in watching these levels as well. It's not just a simply blind buy or sell signal. You got to really pay attention. And these are some of the snipers in our group having fantastic days. Congratulations right there for $4,000 day. That's unbelievable. Continuing showing what's going on in the New York session. Shout out to Forex for helping out New York this week. Thank you so much for what you do. And guys, this is our link, stocksnipertrading.com. This is our YouTube channel. And then if you're interested in EA, Expert Advisor, SST Kill Shot right here. Okay, so now let's get into what we're all here for. Let's move into the charts. I'm going to get started with gold. Okay, I'm going to start off fresh. We're going to start off daily analysis, and then we're going to move into hourly, and then we're going to bring it down into the 5 minutes. So welcome Nico, welcome Gizmo. Yeah, hopefully everyone's doing good, guys. Just let me check out. So I got to flip flop now because I'm working with the laptop. So I just got to make sure that I'm looking at the Zoom and YouTube. So everyone on Zoom, Kosovo, Mirdita, Yam Katu, the Ferizai. Forex, you made up 444 pips from the signals in live today. Unbelievable. So that's how you can accumulate pips, guys. Not everyone has a 50 pip or 100 pip daily goal. Some of you guys might have more, but remember, don't get greedy, but with experience, you can know like what your limits are, and this is something that you want to work on. So 446 pips, like that's probably for someone thinking, wow, that's like a lot of pips in a day, but for someone with a little bit more experience, that's manageable, okay? But if you're a beginner, let's focus on getting about 50 pips a day, but consistency. Not just get 50 pips and then give back 100 or 200. It's about trying to get 50 pips per day, Monday to Friday if you can. Start to put in maybe 2 weeks or a month of doing that. Then you might start to develop a strategy. You might start to develop a technique, and then you might start say, hey, maybe I'm going to start increasing to trying for 75 pips a day, and ultimately maybe get 100 pips per day. But that's all a work in progress. It's nothing that you just do overnight. Okay, so it takes some time. If you have time for a coffee, I will come to Ferizai. Yeah, macchiato drinking. I've probably had 5 macchiatos today. They're so good, guys. The coffee in Europe is unbelievable. So I've been promoting Tim Hortons when I was in Canada, but they haven't sponsored me yet. So I love the macchiatos here in Europe. Okay. So let's start off with a technical daily analysis of gold. Okay, so remember what I always do is I look for the bigger zones first, the ones that catch my eye. So up here, I've always had this as a supply zone up here, and I've always stretched it across into the future and make it red. Has gold came back and tested this area? It hasn't. Okay, so let me just move this. I got a lot of things on my charts here. I just got to move a few things, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to make this a red supply zone. Have we came back up? Remember all-time high of gold, we hit 2450 right up here on Monday, May 20th. We haven't even came close. So it's been a lower low. This big red candle Friday, June 7th was non-farm payroll. This was NFP. Big push down. We retraced back up to about 50% right in there. And again, they rejected it back down. But if you look at gold, it's been making higher lows off the bottom. Nice big bullish candle. Again, it pulled back higher low, and then we pushed up here. There's our tweezer top highs at 2368, tweezer top highs, followed by a big bearish engulfing candle closing on Friday. So everything, put the pieces of the puzzle together. You know, if you're looking on the higher time frames on the daily, start looking at how the moves are engineered on Mondays, Tuesdays going into today, like a midweek Wednesday, and then see tomorrow and Friday how it closes. Are we gonna maybe push a little bit lower tomorrow on gold and take out these lows and maybe find some support down here at 2275, and then maybe Friday comes up with a bullish candle, and then maybe closing above a previous red candle, and then next week gold could be breaking bullish, coming back up through here. Or we might close below this zone, which I'm gonna put a green box, and if we close below it, maybe we're gonna retest it, and it will actually be supply, and then gold will continue selling off to maybe 2200. Okay, so we are bearish right now. From the all-time high, we pushed down. That was a lower low leg, which rotated right back up bullish, but then it was a lower high on NFP, which broke the previous lows. Again, it rotated right back up, a bullish move, but then these tweezer top highs are lower than over here, so it's a lower high, continuing to push. But this is interesting. We're coming to a real interesting monthly demand area. So if we just look at these logical areas right here, like right there where those previous wicks were, and I bring this zone across and I bring it all the way. See why I bring these into the future? Because at some point the candles might come into contact with these zones. So even this one right now, this is our daily candle that's going to close in right over here in a few more hours, and we're gonna see if it can really push down and trigger this green box. And when it comes in here, we're going to see what happens, like right over here where it came red all the way down into here and came back up and closed as a spin top candle on Friday, May the 3rd. This is what in fact started this uptrend the next few weeks, going into the all-time high of gold at 24.50. Okay, so now what I'm looking for is I'm going to follow the daily volume, this candle. So let's just go back a little bit and start to locate some other zones below. So right here where we have these wicks, there is a little bit of a zone created in here, which you can see over here was resistance right here, resistance. And then if we catch those two wicks, again, it's resistance. So right here, we just had a minor false breakout right here on June 6th. And then Friday, NFP, they really slammed it down. So this zone, I'm going to continue to stretch across into the future. Maybe just catch the top wick right up here. And I'm going to make it red. Okay, so you can see that this zone is lower than this zone above here. Okay, first we have to come in contact with this zone before we can come back up and test this bigger one up here. Okay, so you can see that the depth of market is creating offers in the market. And guys, unfortunately I don't have Bookmap because I normally when I'm at home in Canada I can display it for you guys. I can't do it here. So everything that we got to do here today and for the next little bit will be with TradingView until I get back to Canada. Then we'll put Bookmap back on our charts and then we'll look at it alongside. Okay, so I don't have the live depth of market with me right here, but normally what it's showing me is that the depth of market is lowering the offers on a higher time frame and it's absorbing the buyers. So I can see another zone right now below us that's being created. So over here there was levels of support. If we look at this body, this body, this body, and this body, and then I just look at the wicks where they grab the liquidity below us, I can continue to form a zone right here and continue to bring it across. And now this is the zone that I'd like to see if the buyers can come back and test this area, 23.20 to 25 area right in here. So I'd like to see if the buyers will step in either tomorrow or Friday and bring gold back up to 23.20 to 23.25 in here. And if it comes back up green, 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 remember this could be a lower high where they reject it and push it right back down. If it pushes back down, I'd like to see where a bullish candle will form in here, and maybe I find where it's 50% of it if it's a nice large bullish candle, and maybe it forms a higher low, and then eventually we come above here, we close above, and then we can flip that red box green, and then we might be moving back up to there. And then what I will do is, if volume closes above here, you guys know what I do because I do it on the lower time frames with you guys. Same thing on the daily. I will flip that green and look for it to come back, retest this 23.30, and then who knows, we might be filling right back up to 23.60. That's a $30 move on gold altogether. So that's about 300 pips from this green box to the red box. Again, you can scalp inside if you like, but that's to fill up on the daily zones. Okay, so currently this zone is going to be continuing to be red. So now I can start to see that they are lowering supply. They're lowering the supply from the all-time high. They're lowering the supply down here. The bulls tried to close it above there, but then NFP brought us all the way back down. The buyers of gold managed to bring it all the way right back up here, but then created this lower high where it was a big red candle come down again on Friday, close of the market, and we still remain below 50% of it here at 23.45. We have like a 3-bar play, and then we continued with this push down today. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to mark up, like we're going to follow this daily volume. So we're going to run and look at today's kind of move. So we came down yesterday, created a new low, and we closed here. Today we opened right here. It came up green a little bit. What was our high of the day? Around 23.23. So what I do here again is a purple line to represent the high of the day. Okay, so now I know around 23.23, 23.24, that was our high of the day. And what happened? They rejected it. So I see that there was a clean rejection. And then I look at the previous day's wick, which is a relatively short wick. It's not like a long wick like this day. It's a relatively short wick. So with increased volume and more supply, we could potentially break this and continue to drop down, which happened today. So we're still below 50% of this red candle. So we opened right here, we closed right here. If I'm looking where's about 50%, I can see it's right around here. Here's the pocket. We came up, it got rejected, and then continued to push down where we broke the previous day's low, and we continue to be very bearish. We took out these bodies right here. This was a critical point of interest right here around 2303, but more importantly, you know that psychological number 2300. So we broke it, and the bears of gold managed to bring it down to 2293.94. That was our daily low, again a purple line right there, and I can see we haven't tapped into this big green box. We're still above right here on Monday, June 10, and we're above Friday, June 7. So it's still producing a higher low. We had a little bit of buying. It's coming right back up to right here where we currently are, right around that 2300 psychological level. It's 2301 to be exact. So point of interest, what I'm looking at are these two bodies right here, this red body and green body. So for a point of interest, I'm going to use my yellow lines, okay? So I'm going to place a yellow line as a point of interest to let me know what happens around this area. 2303 is my daily point of interest, okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. If I'm speaking too fast, if you're not following, just let me know. I can, because I'm going to soon go into marking into the 60 minutes, the hourly candles. But do we follow so far the analysis, everyone, on Zoom and YouTube? How are we doing? I'm just going to check in with Zoom, see how everyone's doing. Yeah, guys on Zoom, everyone good? All good? Shivan, welcome guys. Do you guys mind if I have a little sip of some Pepsi Zero right here? Okay, all good on Zoom. YouTube, how are we doing? All good, guys. Jake Roundtree, what's going on? Nico, welcome. All good, guys? Okay, so you guys are following on the higher time frames. Now what we're gonna do is, guys, I love streaming over here. I'm actually, what if I move over here, huh? This is actually nice. All I gotta do is just get a couple more monitors over here and we're good to go. Okay, and guys, if you're watching the Euro Cup games, they just started 6 p.m. Right now. So when it stops raining after this, I'm gonna go watch some of the games. Okay, so we could pull right into our yellow line, and I want to use this as reference. Now, for today, it's so far for the volume in our daily candle. Here's the opening price right here, around 2320. Here's the current price right now. If I'm just looking roughly about half of it, it's right here. Nice whole number, 2310. So I'm going to place a yellow line right there at 2310. And what I can do to make it exact point, I see a body and a body. I might just lift it up just a tad right up to those bodies. So then I kind of get that body, I get that closing body, I get that wick right there, I get that wick. Yes, this wick broke a little bit, but if we do come back up, like the buyers of gold push it, this daily candle, this red volume, if they in fact push it back up, I'd like to see first of all how it will react right here at 2303. If the buyers keep pushing it up, maybe this is where it's going to be the final resistance on the day, right here. This is where if it comes back up and we tap up to here to 2310, then maybe this supply that's above us and the previous day and this big red bar, they might continue to absorb those buyers and then continue to bring this red candle down, okay? So those are my daily points of interest. I'm just marking my zones now. And then if you want to create kind of a red box like right around here, you can, because it might not tap exactly 2310. It might give or take maybe 20 pips above to like 2312, maybe 20 pips below. But what I normally do is I look to the left of the chart and I start to get like, I look for wicks or a zone. So what I can see right here is I like that wick. I don't want to make it too big. So maybe about 15 pips above right there. I bring this across, kind of catch those wicks right into there. So if it comes in here, I give the benefit of the doubt that there is still some selling pressure coming above me on the higher time frames. This red bear candle, again, they absorbed those buyers on that day, then it got engulfed red by there. Today we came back up green, we engulfed those buyers, continued to push all the way down. That was our low of the day. It's coming right back up. So we're still below this key interest, 23.03, and if we remain below here, then I think that the supply will continue to absorb and gold might continue to come down into our bigger green box. And this is more of our monthly demand area. And then I want to see if we can get some big buyers in here, okay? So again, do you guys remember last week when we were live and we kind of marked where gold was coming down? And I said, guys, when we have a green box, if you don't know anything, always, when in doubt, go half. Go 50%. Right there is kind of my halfway point. So if we come back down to the low of the day and we break, we have a high probability we're going to come right here to 22.86, kind of at the top of the green box where these two wicks are, because that's where the buyers were waiting in the past. The buyers might be waiting right there again in the future. But if it continues to break and create a new low, I'm going to put a point of interest yellow line right at the halfway point of that green box. So if it breaks, it creates a new lower low. I expect the buyers to pick it up right here around 22.80, 81 right here. If in fact it breaks a little lower, then maybe the bottom of the green box, 22.75. That's that nice whole psychological number I like. 25-point increments. If we're at 2,200 an ounce of gold, the next bigger zone would be 22.25. The next one, that psychological 22.50. The next one, 22.75. And then we go up to 2,300. And then we do the same cycle again. 23.25, 23.50, 23.75, 2,400. And again, let's continue the same cycle. 24.25, 24.50 is our all-time high of gold. If we continue to break out of there, where are we going to go? Let's say 22.75, then to 2,500. Okay, so some of you guys are getting better at understanding psychological zones, numbers in the markets. This is a live auction, so if you've ever been to a live auction, that's how the auctioneers kind of work the numbers at those areas. And then markets run on efficiency. There's a lot of transactions that can occur at 22.75. There might be a pile of liquidity sitting in there, a big block of liquidity waiting in there. So this is where, if you have a live depth of market, similar to Bookmap, then you can see exactly where that big heat is waiting in the market. Okay, so right now I don't have that on TradingView because I normally use it with Bookmap, but with knowing that, then I know that there's possibly a big block waiting in there. So I don't necessarily need Bookmap to tell me that, because again, with experience, if you know what you're doing, you know what to look for. So I'm going to ask the group. Obviously, today is a bearish daily candle, but we found a little bit of a bottom and there's a little interest on buying. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down to the hourly. Let's go into 60 minutes here and then see where the bigger moves were on gold on the hourly time frame. So all I'm doing right now for all of the price action traders out there is I took that daily candle now and I'm dissecting it. I'm cutting it into hourly increments. Okay, you know, when you have a nice big steak, some people cut it right in half and eat half and then eat the other half. I can't do that. So I got to continue to cut my steak in pieces. If I have one big steak, I might have to cut it into 10 pieces. So that's what we're doing with this daily candle. We're cutting it down, we're dissecting it. Okay, so now I can see, like right here, how it was consolidating in this zone. You know, when I trap liquidity, you guys know, like whether if this was 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, or hourly, normally what I do is I trap the zone, and then you can see how it's kind of consolidating. It came down red this hour, came back up green the next hour. It came back down red, then a little inside bar, then we finished at the bottom. That took 3 hours to develop. Then we came back up again. This is 2 a.m. This is pre-London, nice bullish candle. Then we got London, we got 4 a.m. This is London market open. This is Frankfurt at 4 a.m. 5 a.m. we come in here. 6 a.m. This is another, this is pre-New York right here. 6 a.m. was a big bearish bar that closed below. It opened ignited red. We came down to this yellow line, the daily point of interest at 2303. There was buyers there. I can see at 7 a.m. they brought it right back up where they closed it again, around 50% of that big bearish red candle, closed it again in this consolidated box. We opened green, ignited at 8 a.m. There's lots going on at 8 a.m. This is COMEX, starts at 8:20. We've got 8:30, we have news in North America, and it opened green, ignited. There was a short wick, so it broke the high and continued to push all the way up here where it came to those previous highs and couldn't push any further. Then the supply absorbed it. I can see at 8 a.m. pushed it all the way down, and in the close of the candle is a shooting star hourly candle. So we closed near the low, right at the low. It got, you see the big rejection in 60 minutes. So the next logical bar opened green a tiny bit and look, got rejected, and there's no wick on a shooting star candle. So remember when you're getting all the clues and you're putting the pieces of the puzzle together? This is a phenomenal clue for hourly traders, even for scalpers. When you see that hourly rejection, then we see it move up and get rejected quickly, and then next thing it's going to do is possibly break the previous hourly low and drop. Where's the next? For me, my next scalp zone is like down here, the bottom of these bodies, from 2310 to come down there to 2308. That's a quick scalp for about 20 pips. I might be in a trade for a minute, maybe 2 minutes. But if I'm watching the hourly or higher time frame, you can see that the hourly candle had a lot of supply pushing down the trend. Lower low, lower high, new lower low, lower high. And then they pushed it down 9 a.m. So this is Wall Street, took out that point of interest, that daily yellow line, and we continue to drop. So now I can see we hit the low of the day on gold, the purple line at 22.93, and this was Wall Street. This was 9 to 10 a.m. Wall Street opens up at 9:30 a.m. We found a little bit of buyers, and then we started to push our way back up when 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and this is noon right now, and we still have, I can see 30 minutes left on this hourly candle before it closes. But you see how we're starting to get rejected at this daily point of interest, the line, which is, if I was to cut the hourly candle from Wall Street, open, close, cut in half is right there, right? So I can see we're testing 50%. We're coming on this leg up. This is a counter leg coming back up, testing 50% of Wall Street's bearish volume. So what might in fact happen is, again, maybe we come up here, we get double rejected, then we might have maybe a continued push down, red bars, maybe 1 or 2, and we might test, again, this hourly where these bodies are forming right here before we hit the low of the day. If it breaks the low of the day, remember what I was saying? The top of the green box, 2287. If it can't hold there, right there, right at 50% of that green box, that yellow line, 2281. Maybe the hourly candles are strong and we continue to close above the yellow line. Then if we close above, I know that hourly volume is closing above this daily point of interest. We might be closing above 50% of that big red candle. Then if we close above, I might be using this yellow line or just below it to see if it creates support. And then if the buyers step in, and we might be pushing our way back up to 2310. And then I take it from one level to the next level. If it comes up here, I probably is going to be a lower high, and then maybe have some selling pressure to maybe push it back down to here. If it's a low, if it's a higher low, 50%, buyers might be stepping in, and then we break through here again, and then guess where we're trading? We're trading right back in this previous consolidated area, and maybe we will test that high of the day, the purple line. But right now, we're gonna now mark up this zone. So what I do on the hourly now is I can see that wick and this wick. So this is how I create the size of my box here. So I go to that wick, maybe below to that to this hour, and right now, look at what I do. I create the red box there. Okay, everyone following along? So remember, I'm going a little slower for you guys because I missed you guys for a couple days. But remember, a nice thorough top-down analysis will set you up for the entire day. So now what I can do while I'm in Kosovo, I can set alerts on my chart. So see this yellow line? I'm gonna right-click it. I'm gonna add an alert here, 2303. I created it. So it's created on my laptop if I'm here, but it goes to my mobile. So if I'm out and about, I'll get an alert, and then I go through again. If I'm following the 1 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minutes, I look for 1 or 3 or 5 minute volume, depending on what time frame I'm trading or where I'm at. I'll look to see if volume closes above here, and I can flip this zone to green and see if I can make that imbalance fill right up to here. And I measure the move. Most of you guys are aware that I measure from this area right up to the next box. So I know if it fills up there, that's about 50 pips. It's at 50, right up there. So that could be my daily goal, just to fill up to there. If we get rejected now, which we are, so we got rejected here, we came back up, lower high rejection. We still have the base of the body that formed when it opened is still, we got some bullish volume. We got 26 more minutes to go. So what is the key hourly area of interest that I'm looking at? This hourly body, where we opened and we closed. If I cut this in half, now I'm going to use a white line. So I color code my charts. So a white line now represents hourly interest. So right here, this 2298, 2299, you see it's right around that psychological 2300 level. If we push down, back down, if they flip this bar and we come down red, I anticipate that there's going to be some buyers right at 50% of that volume, trying to hold this move up. Because if we lose 50% of this volume, then the bears might take control and then come all the way right back down to here. So then my next white line, my scalping line, would be this body and this body. I look at more the real volume as opposed to the wicks. Okay, so right there, I can see when we broke down, it came down the daily low and it came right back up and it closed right there. It closed there for a reason. And then when we opened up, there was no gaps in the market. It was initially bearish, but created a higher low. We came back up, but then on the close, it came right back down and closed right here. And then I can see the retest. This was a red candle at 11 a.m. Eastern, which came red, 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 again, right around this white line, and we found our buyers there. Okay, so now if I really want to trap, I use my white line as a point of interest, and then I catch that previous wick that came right down to there, and then I see the structure on the hour that is building right now. So it's building a little bit of a higher low, and now I found where we're kind of consolidating right in here. Okay, so this is now the consolidated zone. Now when I look at the legs of the market, I look at could be leg 1 pushing down, and then we've got leg 2 coming right back up. So now what we need to identify is where's the neckline? Where's the neckline? We might see some consolidation occur right around here. We might see some sideways candles trading. Again, it's going into the close of the market very, very soon. We might see a red candle come down, a green one come back up red. But wherever the neckline is, I want to figure where that is. And then if we push down, maybe right there we'll create a higher low. If it comes all the way down here, it might be an actual double bottom on the hourly. And then double bottoms are stronger than just one single leg. Then a double bottom with more demand, with more buying volume, then maybe we'll have enough momentum to push and break through this resistance and maybe close above here, retest this, and then we drive up here. And that's your traditional double bottom, your W. Okay, so we came down one time, there's maybe our resistance, we push right back down. We're looking for either a double bottom, or what I'm looking for is a higher low double bottom, okay, where it doesn't in fact create the psychological double bottom in this green zone. They start lifting up the depth of market and start to ask to trade right here. And then that creates the depth of market below us and make us stronger. But remember, the trend is still bearish, okay? So don't forget that. You know, if your bias is to buy, you still have to remember that we're pushing down with a rally that came down bearish, that created new lows. It came right back up lower high, and then the big Wall Street candle was a big bearish candle. You can't forget that. We did try for 3 hours, last 3 hours, came up back up here, but they're rejecting it. So we're gonna see, in fact, if we cannot hold this white line, will we in fact come down to the double bottom, or will we hold here, okay? So I don't want to stay on the hourly candles now. I can if I want and just continue to talk with you guys and we watch the close in the next 22 minutes. Or what we can do is we can start to dissect these hourly candles right down to the 5 minutes. And if you guys want, we can look for some scalps on the 5s. Like this was the big drop over here from COMEX, okay, you see 820, COMEX consolidation, then they bring it down 845, 9 a.m. Always, guys, keep in mind your time in sales, 9 a.m. The red bar closed below, but look at how they fake out the market. 905 it came up green, 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 right into 50% of that body. They rejected it, and then there's the push down. 905, 910, 915, continued closing of the low, 920, 925, and then you see Wall Street we start to consolidate. That was, now I can see right again, now I can see exactly at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, they broke it down, and that's what created the low of the day. We came right back up. Here's our neckline now. I can see the neckline right there. We came back down. See in the green box, it's holding a wick coming out of there, a wick coming out of there, another wick, and then right there, we kind of closed again above the neckline. You could possibly scalp those 3 bars coming up, but then you got to respect the bigger red box. You got to respect the yellow line, the daily point of interest. We had no volume closing above there. So now you see how the red candles came right back down on the 5 minutes. We're holding at this white line, hourly support right here, right here, right here. We came back up. It's not the greatest bars to be trading right now, but look what's happening. It's a lower high M top. So what I was talking about was the opposite with the higher low double bottom. This is a lower high M. So right there, it came up that bullish leg. Okay, we got rejected there, stopped, pivoted. We came back down. I can see that this white line is holding the support. We're coming right back up again, but look at, we're not closing anywhere with green volume above or inside that red box. So this entire area, again, lower high. Are we gonna push back down to the white line and break and come down to here? Or again, is it gonna hold and then we're gonna come right back up? So this might be the area of interest that I'm gonna scalp, but I measure the move. So if I'm gonna continue to sell below the white line and take it down to the top of the green box, it's approximately 25 pips. Okay, it might not come all the way down, might come down 10, 15, 20, but maximum could be 25. Unless we come down to the bottom of the green box, that's 35. And then if we try to take the low of the day, could be 48, 50, and then if it breaks, we could get a little more. What happens if we break the low of the day? I just have a black chart down here on the 5 minutes because we haven't broke. Look at the last time we came down there on the 5 minutes was Thursday, June 13 at 12:30. Okay, if now I got to go higher time frame, 15-minute candles right there. You see now I can see below right here. So right there, the 15 minutes dropped right there, came back up, dropped right there, went back up, dropped right there, back up. So what I do is I create that little horizontal red line right there. If I see it break the daily low, then maybe it's going to pick up support, the buyers at 22.91 or 92. If it continues to break, again, there I can see right there. Maybe I'll go to the bigger level right there. Where there's more touching at 22.90. I like that whole number right there. So I can see the 15-minute candles right there when we broke this previous zone, and I can see it was done on a Sunday. It came down again. There's the support retest, came back up. It came down again, broke. There's the support retest and came back up. So that might be an area of interest on the 5 minutes if we lose today's low of the day. Okay, and then now if I just want to consolidate and trap, and now I can identify my trap zone. Right here, I trap all of this. If I need to let this volume settle in here, again, if it's not the greatest to be trading in here, I will let it consolidate in here. And what are our options that can happen in here? Yes, we can continue to trade inside this box here for the next little bit. If you want to trade a scalp from here, back up, measure it, and make sure it's an appropriate level for you to trade. Factor in your spreads, factor in your slippage, factor in everything to make it worthwhile if you want to trade in there. What other option could we possibly get is it's bullish and we take out this previous high right here at 11:20 a.m. Eastern. We break above it, we close above it, we retest this, then we could be driving back up to there. And then what's our next option is, we might be coming back down to this green box or testing the low of the day, where it could break right here, and then we push down into here, okay? And then I'm expecting the buyers to step back in and bring it right back up, okay? You have to be very careful with the low of the day. because the depth of market might be building here. So yes, it could be just a red candle that comes down red, 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 catches a wick, and it comes right back up and closes green above the box. Then if that happens, we know that they came down to grab liquidity, hit all the pending orders, maybe take out some stop losses, and then they're going to reverse it back up. So multiple things can happen. You just got to be a little bit more cautious at the high of the days and the low of the days on any security. Just be a little bit more cautious down here, okay? But right now, is anyone in any trades right now? Does anyone have any active trade right now that they're in, that they want to, is anyone in a sell on gold? Is anyone trying to buy, or are you on the sidelines? I'm on the sidelines currently. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave gold. Well, let's watch the close of this candle in the next 90 seconds. Okay, let's watch the close of this candle. Will we in fact close? Okay, see the previous low right here? This was a red candle right here at 11:55, right before the hourly open at noon. So we came red, 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 dropped, but then it came right back up and closed as a bullish pin bar and started that next little leg coming back up. So now we're coming right back down. Okay, it came down, but caught a little bit of wick. It's going to close in one more minute. Will it in fact close below here? Will it come back up? Let's take a look here. Let's have a peek at this. Slovakia 1-1 with Romania. Ukraine and Belgium 0-0. Almost halftime. Multitasking. Okay, so we're going to remember what I always say. Watch the last 30 seconds going into the close. Sometimes you get some clues on the momentum. And then the 5 minutes are making a little bit of structure also in here. So see these bodies? Like over here, there were some bodies that were resistance, kind of turned, right here was resistance, turned to support right here, and now that still might be resistance. This area just right below 2300. So you see we did not break down below here, no volume, kind of closed below. So this is where you just got to be a little careful right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a green box just to keep our eyes focused that we haven't broke below this level yet, okay? If I really want to make a tight consolidated box right there, you know, if I want to scalp now from up here to come again up to there, again, I measure this move for a quick scalp maybe, if it's worthwhile. So taking it back up to there, it's approximately 25 pips, minus maybe 1 or 2 pips for your spread with your broker or your prop firm that you're using. Maybe factor in 1 or 2 pips for slippage when you open a trade and close a trade, depending on the execution speed of your broker. That's something for you to figure out. You know, everybody trades with different brokers. Some of you guys are trading with prop firms. These are, you got to know execution speeds if you're scalping on either the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, or 5 minute time frames. Otherwise, then just remain on the higher time frames. Focus on your 15s, your 30s, and then you don't have to really pay so much particular attention to 1 pip spread or something like that, okay? But for those scalpers or micro scalpers like myself, you have to pay particular attention to that, okay? So you see how we're still kind of consolidating in here now? See, it came up bullish, but then it got rejected, lower high, and then they're going to possibly take out this low, and then let's see if they can ultimately take out this low, and will it close red below the screen box? And then we might be making this next leg coming down in here. We could also reverse coming back up here. So I want to see, are they going to take out this low? Is it going to be kind of like a liquidity grab? Will it close below here? Will it come down, catch a wick, and come right back up and close bullish? So let's just pay attention here. And then from here, guys, we're going to move. What would you guys like to see? Would you guys like to see NASDAQ or US 30? The choice is you guys. Up to you guys. On Zoom, I come to you guys. What would you guys like to see? US 30? Gold, Mr. Nobody, we are on gold. This is gold right now. We've done thorough analysis on gold. But what I'll do is a side-by-side, we'll do one index. We have some time for an index. Did anybody buy any pullback on NVIDIA? It was down 13%, guys. You know, that's not bad. Okay, remember, one of the biggest corporations in the world had a 13% discount. If Walmart has a discount on something, we all run and we buy it. Did anybody purchase any shares, physical shares of NVIDIA? Did anyone buy any call options that expire this Friday that could be in the money right now? It dropped to 118, 13% pullback, and then today it was really bullish. Anybody get in? Okay, so you see what happened there. It came down red, red, red. Okay, broke that previous low, but it didn't take out that low right into our green box. And now the buyers are interested. They got triggered, coming right back up. But it's a spin top candle. So we got a neutral candle, 50-50. The sellers are pushing it down. The buyers are bringing it right back up. So we're going to see how we kind of close in here. We got 60 seconds to go. Anybody? With the NVIDIA question, did anybody exercise any call options? You know, when it was pushing down that 13%, did anybody have any put options and make some money while NVIDIA was going down? You guys are kind of quiet today. YouTube, if you guys are getting a little bit of having some fun today, can you guys hit the like button on YouTube? Subscribe to our channel if you're new here. We're streaming live from Europe for the next few weeks. Okay, so we're closing now in 22 seconds. So the bar is still bearish. It came up green, right into just a little bit above that 50% of that volume in that candle. They pushed it down. They did create a new low. Now we're coming right back up. This might close as an indecision bar. Spin top, 50-50. Neutral, tug of war. Sellers are pushing it down, buyers are bringing it back up. You know, it gives us a clue, but no confirmation. So the market is still consolidating, it's still settling. We closed with a little bit of thin red volume right now. We opened bearish ignited. Will they attempt to take out that low, or will we flash green and then, yeah, so it flashed green. So we could be kind of coming back up to retest this previous high. Mo, you bought NVIDIA? Nice. Let's see if it will come back up, NVIDIA, and retest the previous high of and break highs. I thought it was a good pullback. I opened up another position on NVIDIA. Again, this time I used the market execution because when they did the 10-to-1 split, I was waiting there with a pending order. I missed it by a couple dollars. I never got triggered, and then it just ran. And then I missed out, but I didn't miss out on this pullback, but I wasn't waiting with a pending order. I actually got executed. I went in when I felt it was a good price below the 120. So I started a 25% position, and I want to continue to add. And it's a long-term investment. So I'm not scalping NVIDIA, but I'm going to enter on nice pullbacks. And I believe in NVIDIA. I believe in the future is what it could do. It's going to go along with one of my long investments with Apple. Been holding Apple since 2008, and NVIDIA will be the next big one. Okay, so we got a nice bullish candle forming. We're 9 minutes away from 7 p.m. local time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern North America. Okay, and just to keep in mind to all the gold traders, COMEX market closes in the next 40 minutes. It closes at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, and it will close 7:30 p.m. local European time over here. Okay, so we got a nice big bullish candle. So you see this green box kind of held right here. So what we could do is if we want to buy this candle right now, there's less than 3 minutes to go. So if I'm buying this, I know that I'm buying on an impulse. Okay, I don't know whether it will close above here until it in fact closes. So if you're taking an impulse trade, you have to keep in mind that it could get rejected and come back down before it closes. So you need to know that. All impulse traders need to know that. What you could do is you could go down to the 1 minutes. Like right there, I can see that this 1251 right here, this 1 minute candle did in fact close above. We have a red bar coming down, and the same thing, 50% with 1 minute candles right there. All candles have the same characteristics. So if we hold at around 50% of this green volume, we might catch a wick right here, and then it might flip back up, and then maybe that 1 minute candle, next one will break out. But if we're still in fact waiting for the 5 minute close, we still have 1 minute and 53 seconds to go. It initially got rejected with that lower high from there, and we're hanging around the volume right at this critical area. How do I know that NVIDIA isn't a falling knife? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I started a small position. Like just I'm layering in slowly so that if it does drop even further, then I can add another. I'm not going all in. I'm scaling in slowly, but it's a long-term play. So if it goes down a couple dollars and I go and draw down, then I'm gonna continue to position myself. By adding. I'm going to cost average in, okay? So I'm not scalping NVIDIA. I'm not really worried about the day-to-day dollar moves, whether did I get in at 118 where I could have got in at 116, or did I get in at 128 where I could have got in at 118. I'm not really too concerned about that because I'm holding NVIDIA for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. But if I get in at 120, and I start a small position there, and then it drops to 110, I'll maybe put in another smaller position, cost average down, bring my cost average down to 115. If it continues to break down to 100, then I might add another order and then bring my cost average down, and hopefully when it rebounds, it will come back up to my break even and then start to break out. But that's all about cost averaging in. Maybe NVIDIA is going to continue to push down. I don't know. But I thought it was a pretty good position to start after a 13% decline to start position in NVIDIA. Okay, so our candle now is closing right now in 8 seconds. Okay, so we got a nice big bullish bar, did take out that high. Let's see where we close. Remember, let's pay attention to 50%, which is right there. I can see those bodies right below, right there, stretch this zone across. So if we pull back, I'm creating a live green box right now in the 5 minutes, okay? And we now have a short wick. Okay, so this could open, in fact, kind of green and break and continue to push up, but it hasn't broke yet. So are we going to get a red pullback coming into 50% of that bullish candle? Here's the red candle coming down. So they did not break that previous high, and they are short wicks right here. Okay, so their tweezers top highs, this one and our previous one. We have this red bar inside right now. So it could consolidate and we could continue to break out, where I may in fact look for maybe a buy, but it could be forming the neckline right before the hourly candle. So this is where sometimes you might get sucked in. This is where it came down, coming right back up. What happens if let's say for example, I buy right now, and then in 4 minutes when it's the new hour, it comes down red, could come into the green box, or a double bottom down here, then come back up, okay? So remember what I always ask you. When you're buying right before an hourly open, you still have to factor in if it pulls back. So that's why maybe if you do buy, maybe place your stop loss either below this green box or below structure down in here, and factor how many pips you're putting in to put your stop loss down there just in case it pulls back so you don't panic. And if you're opening up your stop loss just a little bit, decrease your lot size so you're not panicking when you're in the trade. So I see it did create a higher high, it did break. That's good. To continue this uptrend, we do have to break higher highs. Tweezer highs will keep us down. So in fact, it did break, but we're still inside here, red bar. I'm still waiting to see if we'll retest this green box. See it come down, coming right back up. See, in this, in fact, if I had kind of depth of market, I like to see how the depth of market is building. I like to see if they're increasing the bids. I like to see if they're pulling offers above. So that's why sometimes everyone asks, does a depth of market help in your analysis? Absolutely, it does. Do I need to have it when I'm trading? No, you don't need to have it, but it does help. Anything that you can have that helps you see the market with more information does help. Okay, so that's why I was hesitant on buying that breakout, because we're going into the hour in the next 2.5 minutes. So I'm seeing right now if it's forming the neckline. Okay, so did I make that clear, guys? Do you guys understand why I did not buy that breakout on that candle right there? I'm waiting now to see, like if I bring my consolidated zone, this neutral box, if I just bring it a little, no, I don't want to move that one. Let me just position that one back. If I move this neutral box, just bring it right in there. Now I can see we're consolidating right here going into the next hour. So all I do is just stretch my zones across and wait. So now I see it's a neckline. It came down red, 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 testing about 50% here. Will we in fact in the next bar come up back up green and break out? Then I could maybe entertain a buy. Are we going to sell back down below here? It's 90 more seconds to go and we're still consolidating in here. Is it going to be a spin top indecision bar? So on this candle, I saw it was bullish. We broke out these highs, but still bearish from this leg coming down. They did, in fact, the sellers did absorb, bring it down into our green box, and we triggered our bids, and we're coming right back to where we opened, that point of interest on this 5-minute candle, and see how we still have a red body pushing the buyers down. So we did have interest in buyers, but there's the sellers are pushing it down. So where in fact will this bar close in the next 60 seconds? What do you guys think? Next hour, are we going to break out bullish on gold? Option 1, we're going to go up here. Option 2, we're going to sell back down into our green box. Option 1 is bullish, option 2 is bearish. What do you guys think? And we're closing in 38 seconds. Okay, Matt's option 1 bullish. Bearish. You guys are Russell, Akon, bearish. Okay, guys, let's see. Okay, so remember, guys, and I see some of you guys are on YouTube, you guys are a mix. Some of you guys are bullish, some are bearish. I understand that. That's the bias. Everyone has a different bias, but just don't over leverage and make sure you have the appropriate stop loss in case you do get stopped out, okay? That's trading. But let's continue to watch. We're going into the close right now, still red. We close near the low. Are they going to gap up green? No, they kind of pushed it down, red right here, right at the green box, coming back up green. So, you know, I go bar by bar. I go candle by candle. If I'm looking at 50% of that previous red candle, I do have to put my red line right there, exactly at 2300. That's 50% of that red volume. So it might, in fact, continue to be bearish. But let's see if it breaks this critical area. And will it catch a wick and come right back up and flip? Okay, so we've kind of traded into our green box. We initially caught a wick. See the wick? Okay, so there is interest. It's triggering the bids right here. Will we flip this candle back up green? Or in fact, are these sellers going to continue to absorb all those buyers that are buying right now and continue to push this down through here? See how now it's maybe possibly flipping. Okay, so we came down the first minute, triggered all those orders, and now we're coming up with a bullish hammer candle that might in fact retest 50%. Okay, there's the push. Okay, I'm gonna buy gold right now. I'm gonna buy this new hourly. I like the rejection there. I'm in a buy right now. Okay, and my target, what I'm gonna target is, okay, I would like to target up here, the top of all of these bodies right up there, to get it up to 2302. That would be my ideal target. But my stop loss, okay, so I'm going to place my stop loss below the previous low in this green box. And I'm also going to entertain a green candle physically closing above here so that maybe I can come back for a pullback and retest and then drive, okay? Ideally, that's what I'm looking for. So I'm currently in a buy on gold and I'm placing my stop. Maybe I'm going to place it right below, right there, below that wick, below the green box, in case it needs to come back down to create a double bottom. I don't want to get stopped out, but I want to create maybe the depth of market, okay? So I'm currently in a buy on gold. Let me just get rid of this one. Oops, no, I don't want to get rid of that. I just want to get rid of this option B arrow. Can I get rid of that? No. I guess that option B arrow will stay there, but I'm in a buy. Okay, so let me measure to see what it could possibly, the reward could be. So I'm looking to come back up to the top of all of this structure, which could be about 15, 16 pips up there. If it comes back up to the top of the red box, that could be approximately 20 pips up there. But that would be my target. And also I want to get green volume closing above here. I like how it made a higher high, but we need bullish volume to close above here. Yeah, and it's currently a 1-to-1 risk to reward. But when it gets up there, then what I'll do is I will reduce my risk, and hopefully maybe if it goes up 15, 20 pips, I could go to a break even. And if we can take out these highs, then yes, then we might be trading into the red box up here, maybe into that 2303 daily point of interest up there, that yellow line. Okay, this candle is going to close in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So will we close above this kind of consolidated zone? We keep pushing up, but they keep rejecting it back down. So where will the final volume close? I'll get to NASDAQ in just a moment, okay guys? Okay, so remember, we're coming right back up to the high of the candle, and again, they're rejecting us down. We've got about 45 seconds to go, so I pay attention to the last 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds can tell us who has momentum going into the close, where it closes, does it close near the high, do we create a new high? I'm also locating 50% of the volume, which could be the pullback right here, exactly where my consolidated zone is, like right here, that's about 50% right there. So we've reached the high of our bar, we're creating a new higher high. Okay, so 20 seconds to go, let's follow the close. You know, sometimes these things get nasty and they reject it down and we come all the way right back down. So we still have some traders asking to trade near the high of the bar, which is good to continue to push through all of this resistance, because we are fighting resistance right now in a buy. Okay, so here's the close. Okay, so we did in fact close above the zone right here. If I'm just looking for 50% of that green candle, I take this red line and then locate about 50%, which is located right again with that bar. 50% of the volume is like right here. We're tapping into it right now. So will it respect right here, this 2300, that nice psychological number, 2300 on dot. So we did get a nice bid at 2300. That's what created that rejection wick. Now, can we flip the body, this red volume, can we flip it back up green and maybe take out these two previous highs right here? Maybe we can continue to drive a little higher through here. But I do like that retest. I do in fact like that, but there is still lots of offers pushing it right back down. So can we kind of get, again, a second bid? Can we get a second rejection on this bar? Can we get a second wick right now being created? No. So then it's going to come down a little lower to see if we can create a higher low. But if it comes all the way down, I'm still focused on this green box right here to see if it will hold in here. So you see how it held again, held right there, around 50% again, just a little lower, but we got a good bid. So can we kind of flip this bar now? Now it's turning into a pin bar. We might come back to the high, which is a hammer candle. We all know that hammer candle is our second most bullish candle after the bullish engulfing candle. And maybe we can, with a hammer candle, yes, so we are a hammer. We did pick up our 50%, just a little lower, double bottom on our single bar, okay? We did create a new higher high. That's important in order to continue to push up through all of this resistance, is we do have to pick up higher lows and create higher highs. And can we continue to keep the volume closed above 2300? And let's see if we can maybe grab a few pips here on this scalp. And then it could in fact close as a spin top candle, you know, where we had it come down red, it went back up green, it might come back down red, right around here, again, closing around 50%, right at this critical psychological level, 2300. But we've got buyers asking to trade at the high. You know, I'd like to cut through these bodies right over here and target this 2301, 2302 up here. Nice big bullish hammer candle. We still have 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. So half of the volume has been exhausted. So now we have the second half. It's like a soccer game. When you're watching football, the first 45 minutes is first half. And then the second half is the next 45 minutes for the 90 minutes total, not including injury time. So this candle is 5 minutes. The first half is 2.5 minutes. And then the second half is the next 2.5 minutes. So let's see who has momentum, who will close this. Will the green team close this strong, or will the red team close it strong in the next second half? Okay, using football Euro Cup analogy. But like if you're looking for small scalps with minimal to no drawdown, okay, that's about 7 pips. Not too much. We're looking for that reward up there, but some traders are doing micro scalping. I'm not. I'm looking for the bigger move. Okay, so we got rejected. See how now the sellers are pushing it right back down to this critical 2300. So that's what I was saying. The way how it closes is very important. We still have 60 seconds to go. Who will close it with the momentum? You know, now it's the tug of war. It might close as a neutral candle, and we might need another bar, either to continue to open up green and push, or it could in fact open up red and come back down to test this previous low or a green box. I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm hoping that the buyers of gold are continuing to ask up here and we can close near the high, and maybe we get an ignited bar. If we can close near the high, we get an ignited green bar, continuing to push with that momentum. Okay, so we still have a really nice bullish pin bar candle. Now we're going into 30 seconds into the close. Here we go. We're right back to the high. Can we create a new high on our own bar? And this might move up to maybe 10 pips in profit. There we go. Okay. We got now 15 seconds to go into the close. Can we get a little pop? You know, a nice big asking price up here? No, they rejected again. How will we close? Where will we close? Will we close above that previous high bar right here? 2301. No, the sellers are absorbing the buyers and pushing it right back down red. Okay, so see, indecision, 50-50 neutral candle right at that 2300. Again, we're opening up green, but we have now a longer wick to fill. It's not like a short wick. We've got now a long distance to go back up there. So we need lots of asking up there, okay? But we still have a nice big bullish bar that's still respecting our zone. Can we come back up and take out that previous high? But remember, the size of the wick matters. If this was a shorter wick, we could probably take it out and continue to drive. But this is a long wick. The buyers could get exhausted coming all the way up there, and then a big seller could be waiting to push it again back down. So I know this is scalping, guys. You know, I know it sucks. You go into profit, comes back down, goes back up. You go into drawdown, goes back up. But if you use an appropriate stop loss and you kind of allow the trade to breathe a little bit, and maybe you don't panic as much. Do we have any questions about anything so far, guys? Any questions? I'm looking in the Zoom chat. Any questions? 3-bar play, Matt? I hope so. And then you can switch time frames. Like it's in the next 3.5 minutes, I have a new 15-minute bar opening up. So we really have a nice strong 15-minute bar we're on. I'm involved. So can we take out these 15-minute bodies? There we go. We're pushing. Can we get a new break on our 15 minutes? There we go. Okay, so we broke our previous high. I'm trying to get it up to here, up to these structural bodies, around 2302 up here. That would be about a total of 15 pips coming right up to there with minimal to zero drawdown. Remember, I started to buy in here when it was building. Okay, and guys, please manage your own trade. Okay, I don't want to be responsible for anybody. If you're happy with what's going on, if you want to reduce your risk, that's up to you. Okay, let's all be adults here and let's all manage our own trades. Okay, but also if you're focusing on the longer hold, where will this 15-minute bar close? Will it close above these bodies? Will we trigger into these bodies? Amazon.com reached an all-time high at 193.63 cents right now. Okay, will we pushed up? Okay, so we got tweezer top highs on the 15s. I don't like that because now we get a little bit of rejection. How much of this volume will we hold? Okay, and then wherever this volume closes, again, remember, I'm going to lift this red line and figure out where's 50% of this volume and try and put that line right at 50% if we in fact still have a nice big bullish volume based candle. But I don't want to lose too much of this volume because I want to take this volume into our next 15-minute bar. And then maybe with that momentum, we might come through and cut through all of this. But remember, guys, markets tend to move cyclical. So next 15 minutes, we might see the bearish leg coming back down to pick up more and more volume or more liquidity unless we can push with a nice strong move and avoid that. Okay, so our 5-minute candles continue to come right near the high. We've got 1 minute and 20 seconds. Can we reach up to here? Come right up to the top of all of this structure. I apologize, guys. I didn't get to do US 30 yet, or because we got involved in a trade right here. But I'm going to continue to stay with this, and because we're reaching a very, very critical level. New 15-minute candle opening. And then I also look at the volume. Will we close above this previous high on this 5-minute candle? Again, here we go, 37 seconds. So we're going to go into the close of this candle. Where will be 50% of the volume? Okay, we're coming right back up. They're asking, can you guys hear the thunder here? I hope the internet is stable here. Okay, 19 seconds to go. Let's see how we close. Again, will we close right above that previous high and build a tiny bit of structure right here? Okay, I'd like to see if we can close about 2,301 and 25 cents right here. Here's the close. No, we couldn't close above it. Okay, so initially flashed green right here. So we might, there's a rejection wick and a rejection wick. So we might, in fact, this is a new 15-minute candle. We might get rejected and it might pull back down into here. So 50%, is everyone doing this? Marking 50% of that previous green body, take this red line and go right there. Yes, okay, so we're still holding 50%. We open strong. It's gonna maybe take out the high, there we go. 15-minute, this is our new 15-minute momentum we're trading, okay? Hopefully we can come and take out some of these 15-minute wicks and trade into this red box. Okay, so that's the target right there for 16 pips. But maybe with this new momentum, we can take out those highs for 20 pips. This is where you can reduce your risk. I'm reducing my risk now. I'm going to break even on this trade. So I have zero risk involved. I'm at break even right now, okay, BE. No matter what happens, if it comes back down red, down to here, I don't win anything, okay, but I don't lose anything. But right now, I might be getting into maybe 15 to 20 pips of profit, but I'm at break even, guys. If you guys want to practice proper risk management, let's all move to break even right now, okay? And let's just understand the psychology behind that, why we do that. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can tap right into there. That would be a target of 20 pips, but let's see if we can take out this high and this high. With this momentum, new 15-minute momentum. And if we start to trade into the bigger red box, you know, the bigger yellow line is right here, but look at that previous wick right there, 2303. I'm going to place a red line right there, just to know. Okay, maybe I should take out some profit here on vacation and buy some chibab. Some chibab for everyone. Everyone know what chibab are? Amazing. Albanian meatballs, the best. Some chibab right here. Pips for kebab. You know, in Canada, I eat pancakes. When we're in Albania and Kosovo, I eat kebab. Food, kebab, same thing. Yeah, the food is unbelievable here, guys. I'm probably gonna gain 50 pounds in the next 6 weeks. When I come back, you guys are not gonna recognize me. Penshel, 3 white soldiers on the 15 minutes, ready to go. Let's go. I love the 3-bar bullish soldiers play on the 15s. Let's see if we get that momentum. Yeah, right here. To be technical, Penshel, 3-bar soldiers, they need to close near the highs and be ignited. You know, that's just, I'm very technical, so, you know, but 3-bar soldiers should be all ignited opens with relatively no to low pullback and closing near the highs. Those are like an official technical definition of the 3 soldiers, okay? I'm just really technical with things like that. But guys, look, we just broke, okay, these tweezers are top highs. So if we can drive, remember where I placed that? Yes, here we go. Yalla, let's get this. If we get it up to that red line or anywhere near here, 25, 26 pips, right in there. Mark 50% of this big body candle now. So see my red line, open where the volume is. Where's roughly half of this? Right there. But that's half. But remember the structure right there? I'm going to place the red line right there, use it as reference. I'm going to cut it with my chebab knife right here, and I make it green. So this is what I cut my chebab with. I cut my meatballs with this knife. I cut my candle with that same knife right there. Okay, so if we pull back, I want to see if we can continue to hold this green zone, maybe start to get some bids developing in here, and we continue to come up to maybe that daily point of interest at 2303. But I'm happy with that, guys. I'm going to scale out a little bit of profit here. I'm going to close 90% of my trade up here. I'm happy, and I'm going to leave 10% running. I'm on vacation, so I like to make a little bit of money while I'm on vacation, okay? So guys, just making it full transparent. I'm closing 90% of my trade up here, and I'm going to leave 10% running with the break even. If gold continues to run tonight, there's more chebab to eat, but this is good enough, okay? So just making that full transparent, guys. Throw a W in the chat if you guys understood that setup. For everyone that said option A, the bullish move, you guys should all congratulate yourselves. You guys had the right idea on that move. And you know, the sellers, okay, so if you were selling, now we got to go back and review why it didn't sell down. Because see, when this candle opened red right into our green box, it closed very strong. The pullback was red right around 50%, still held. Our volume closed above, and then we had our new 15-minute bar open up, and we're continuing with the higher time frame momentum. So drag this green box across, guys. You know, still holding, so it's still building. We might break through that high and continue to drive. And if we get up to that yellow line, that's a daily point of interest, 2303. Like see the previous high when we got up there, that was at 1120. It was nice, strong, and then that's where they rejected the market and brought it right back down. But we're driving right now, guys. That was good. That could be approximately 30 pips right there. Not bad scalp, guys, going into the close of COMEX. Mo, 6KW. Congratulations, Habibi. Wow, well done. Guys, if you guys can hit the likes on YouTube, appreciate it, guys. This is huge. Everyone on Zoom, everyone understood that? Good work, guys. Isa, profits for some Turkish shawarma. There you go. Like I talk food. Forex Barks, I agree with you. 2300 is a very important level for us. 100% agree with you. Guys, I love this. Good job. Okay, so I want you guys to know the power of learning financial education and trading is I'm visiting around the world right now. I'm on vacation. Take the laptop with you, find some stable Wi-Fi, and do your top-down analysis and get into the markets. Guys, I'm gonna do one chart for us. I'm gonna do NASDAQ top-down, and then I gotta go see what my kids are doing because they're here in the hotel and I have no idea what they're doing. So I gotta go check up on the kids, make sure they're doing okay. And I hope you guys understood that analysis on that. That was good little profit for today. I'll do a top-down analysis. So most of you guys said in Zoom, you guys want US 30 Dow. Good job, Yemi. W, Ramon, good job. Mats, great work. Mats, you were correct on that. Oh, guys, we're breaking. We're continuing to break the previous high. Grisel, congratulations. Newt, my man, welcome. I haven't seen you, bro, in a long time. I hope everything is well with you. Charmaine, awesome, awesome. Russell, good job. Good job, guys. Okay. Let's all eat some Turkish shawarma or some kebab with this move. If it comes up to that yellow line, guys, that, you gotta respect that yellow line, because I can see in the past, look, if you look, previous structure, this is the big sell-off this morning, okay, leading into Wall Street. We rotated right back up right there around 11:20, 11:30. That was the lower high. They rejected us back down. We kind of cut through there. It was a nice little scalp for 20 to 25 pips, but we're getting rejected. Look at where we're getting rejected, right at that red line. Remember, that's why I respect these red lines. We had this on a call last week live, and it was a scalp for 17 pips, and I got out right at that red line previous. That's why I respect these guys. That's why I said I'm closing 90% of my trading, leaving only 10% running, because we are still going against the trend. It's a nice counter buy, but you have to have a lot of volume to continue to break that critical daily yellow line. We're coming right up to that previous high wick. That's where I drew that red line going across. And that's why I'm very humble when I trade. I'm very hungry when I trade, but I'm very humble. I don't get greedy anymore like I used to, because when I was getting greedy and I always wanted more and I wanted more and I wanted more, the market would always come back down and humble me down right down to my break even. And then I left a lot of chebabs on the table. And I don't do that anymore. Okay, so that's just my psychology. Remember, I'm a scalper, so I didn't want to turn this trade into an intraday hold and maybe hold it through swap and hold it overnight. Remember, I'm just looking for my 10, 15, 20, 25 pips, and I'm happy. Okay, and then I'm out. So that's why I told you guys with my risk management, while it was moving, I took my stop loss, I put it to break even. That was rule number 1 of risk management. As it was moving to target, above target, that's where I closed out 90%, and I still have 10% running, but the bulk of the trade I closed out. Okay, guys? So I want you guys to understand that, because this is a live environment. It's easy to say after the fact, if we come on tomorrow and we say we could have done this, we should have done that, but this is live. So emotions are live. When you go into profit and you come back down and draw down, and then you go back into profit and then back down, it's very emotional swings that you're going to have. So if you trade to a target with a steady plan every single day, you're going to become more consistent and you're going to be more profitable over time. Believe me on that, okay? I can attest to that. But remember, we're also counter trading, okay? So we're counter trading the original bearish trend. So it's still holding currently, but they could break this and start coming down, okay? So what I'm gonna do, guys, because it's 7:30 p.m. over here, is I'm gonna do a quick little analysis on US 30 for everybody, a top-down analysis, and then I'm gonna have to wrap up the call to go see what my kids are doing. So I'm gonna go off of gold, okay? I hope you guys understood exactly what just happened with gold. And what I'm gonna do now is US 30, okay? So do you guys mind if I do US 30 for the team? And then gotta go see what the children are doing. Yemi, thank you, bro. Yes, Grisel, on vacation and making some money. That's the power of trading that I just wanted to allude to. Like, guys, this is a financial education that can really empower all of us. You can enjoy life to the fullest, but it does take a lot of hard work. It does take a lot of discipline. I don't want to make this look like anyone can do this, and it's a lot of hard work, guys. But that's why I'm very disciplined to grab those pips and get out of the market, because look at now how it's coming down bearish. That's why I only have 10% still in it with a break even. So worst case scenario is I get back the 10%, but I still secured 90%. So that's how my mind works, guys, and I hope you guys understand that, okay? I'm gonna do a little analysis on US 30. So I'm going off of gold. Now, US 30, completely different mindset over here, completely different security. This is the Dow Jones now. So this is not gold. So this is a completely different security. The volatility is completely different with this security. This is the actual an index. It's comprised of different securities. It's weighted differently than NASDAQ. So I have to now flip from gold to Dow Jones. And what I'm going to do for everyone is we're going to start off on the daily. Okay, so we're going to do a top down, and then we'll see how we're moving. Okay, so right now it's 1:30, almost 1:30 p.m. Eastern in North America, where I am in Toronto. But right now I'm in Kosovo, and it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so when I know it's 1:30 p.m. Eastern, I know that there's still 2.5 hours to go before Wall Street closes. There could be some good volume to trade. It's Wednesday afternoon, midweek. Power hour is at 3 p.m. in another 90 minutes, and then the final hour close. And then we also went over earnings. Do we have any after hours earnings that could impact this? Tango, I'm not too far away from you in Greece. I'm visiting Greece too. Saloniki, I'll be there. I'm going all over. So I'm going to go to Macedonia, Greece, Saloniki. I'll be going to Montenegro, to Ulcin, to Turkey. I'm going to Antalya. So you're going to see me probably streaming all over Europe in the next few weeks. Going to Albania. I'm going everywhere, guys. I just got back from Germany. I was there for the Euros. So it was fantastic. Great times, guys. So if I can visit anybody, if I come to your country, please hit me up and we go out for a macchiato, we go out for a coffee, and we have a good time, guys. Okay, so let's now look at daily zones, okay? You know what I always look at? Big zones to start my analysis. Right here, this was a previous all-time high on US 30. There's where we came back into it, stretch it across into the future. This 40,000 marker, we're not near it, okay? So that was previous all-time high supply. I see the double top right up there. That's when we had that divergence and we dropped right in here early April. We came right back up when mid-May, and then they pushed it right back down. We started to come back up, but then they rejected it this week. Started to get rejected. Do we see any big critical demand zones? Absolutely. Right down here. If you guys don't see this, you know, I would love to smoke a joint down here. You know, in Canada it's legal, here not so much. Maybe I should not be saying this, but no, I shouldn't be saying this. But up here, guys, okay, so red, green, okay, bigger zones, okay, so we all see that. That should be pretty simple stuff. Nothing complicated about those big zones. Will US 30 ever come back down into this green box? Remember we were talking about this in gold the last few weeks, and gold, in fact, almost came down, tapping right into our green box. Will US 30? Possibly, like, you know, but we got to take it one zone at a time. Will it come back up and test all-time highs? Possibly, but right now it's not. Like, we can't even get above yesterday's 50% of our bearish volume. We might continue to drop down, but there's other zones in the market inside our bigger areas, okay? Where do I see another one? Right here. Look at this zone right over here, okay? So kind of identify right there, resistance, green, support. There's the double top. Came up, one top, back down, neckline, came up, second top. They take out the liquidity, the high, and then they push it down, pushed it right back down. So if you continued with this zone and you flipped it red with the volume below, we came back in and then they pushed it right back down and we lost this support. There's the drop. So continue with this zone. There you see how it turns into resistance right there. So I didn't flip it red, but I will, okay, to show you what I'm talking about. Sometimes I don't do this. There it would be red with the volume below. We dropped a little further, extended across. I can see on this day was green, got rejected, back down. This day right here, June 12, we came up green, rejected, right back down. But it is making higher lows off the bottom. So the bids are there on the daily. They're continuing to push this up. But I can see right now, look at our daily candle. We're trading in the supply right now, and we are below 50% of yesterday's bearish candle, bearish engulfing candle. Okay, so if I look at the open close, half of it is roughly right around there. So what am I gonna do with this big red box I have? I'm just gonna lift it up to the top of that wick right there. Just lift it up right there, and top of that wick. Now I have generally 50%, okay? So I see now, let's follow yesterday's close and today's, is gold pushing? Let's go, let's see gold, 1 second. Okay, yeah, gold is still, okay, look guys, sorry, liquidity grab, okay? Did we see how it came red, but then we picked up the depth of market, we picked up the bids, we came right back up, and look at where the volume closed, right again, right above our green box. It came down red again, push right back up, but you see the red line, we're struggling breaking that red line. That's that 15-minute resistance right here. See the 15-minute wicks? Right here, it struggled at 11:30. It got rejected right there at 12:45. We got rejected our 15 minutes just prior at 1:15, and we just got rejected again up there. So it's trying. It's trying. That 15-minute volume is trying to break up there, but this is heavier resistance up there. Okay, so you see, but we're still kind of closing above. So what I would do is, here's my new zone to consolidate. I'm going to get rid of this one, and this is what I would trap right now. The red line to the green box. If we continue to flag, create a bullish flag here on gold, without closing red down here, then we might continue to build in here and eventually break out of there. But if they close it red down here, it's got a high probability we're going to continue to drop down into this green box where we initially took the buy, okay? But that's my break even with just the 10% remaining. Remember, I already took out the 90% up there, okay? So you see, we got rejected. It's a shooting star candle pushing back down. But this is that tug of war right now happening, and this is that big 15-minute resistance area, okay? So sorry guys, I'm gonna go back to US 30. But yeah, gold is struggling with that resistance. That's why, guys, I don't get too greedy, okay? I know I'm counter trading in the bigger red zone, and I know it's a daily point of interest. That's why when I said, guys, I'm gonna close out 90% up there. That was in fact why I do that, okay? And then I don't worry about what could have happened or what should have happened or anything after the fact, okay? I don't do that. Okay, so let's go back to US 30 on the daily. We got a big engulfing red bar yesterday. I took out all those buyers. So we kind of gapped down today, and it was initially red. There's our low of the day on Dow Jones. So let's do our color scheme again. Purple, low of the day, purple. Guys, this conference room is fantastic in here. I love it here. Shout outs to Rubis Hotel, Ferizai Kosov. Tomorrow I'll be in another conference room, but this one, I love it here. It's just me in here. It's awesome in here, guys. So I see our low of the day, 38,900. Okay, so we came down. We're still, look, guys. Okay, 50% of this green bar, open, close. 50% is right around here. See these wicks, kind of this wick right here? If you kind of want to bring like a little green zone across, you can. But I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. What's coming up on this higher low, higher low, higher low is my next green box will be, I use the purple line as point of interest, and then look at the bodies right there where it was kind of consolidating. That's my daily green zone right there. So in fact, if Dow Jones pulls back into here, just kind of like those 5-minute candles, what we saw with gold, if we pull back in here, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that the buyers are still in here waiting to get their pending bids filled. If we close red below the green box, like this week, if we come back down red and close below there, I flip the green box red. If it gets rejected, we could be coming out to take out these 3 wicks, 1, 2, 3, and then come down for this 38,000, nice psychological support level right down there. But right now, we have to give the benefit of the doubt today that the buyers are in fact strong. We're coming right back up to the high of the day. Okay, so we opened, look at the gap down the market. See where we closed yesterday? They gapped it down right here. They gapped it down. They kind of gave it the momentum to push down, but when it came to the low of the day, we picked up our buyers. We came all the way right back up to where we opened. Okay, so points of interest, yellow lines. Let's put a yellow line where they gap down the market to see if we can continue to hold 39,068 here. Yellow line. Okay. And if we do, in fact, now come down red, red, red to this point of interest yellow line and we sellers push it down, guess what? This is where my next line is, 38,989. So that would be my first bearish scalp zone. From this yellow line to this yellow line, again, I bring out my measuring tool. It doesn't matter where in the world I am. This tool can always measure pips. That is an 80 pip zone, 80. So you know how we measured gold on the 5 minutes? This is how we can measure US 30 on the 5 minutes. If we break from yellow to yellow, that's 80 pips. That might be my daily goal. And then again, I go off and I do what I got to do. So I'm just marking some bearish zones if we do come down. But we came right back to where we opened and the buyers still pushed it up, bullish, 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 which created our high of the day right there, 39,180. So that's my purple line, high of the day, purple. And we got rejected and we pushed down, and this is where the volume is right now. So what type of daily bar do we have? We've got a daily bullish pin bar. We might come back up to the high of the day and create a hammer and continue to fill the top of the red box, that previous wick right there. So what I do now is I measure from the purple line to the top of the red box. I get my measuring tool again. Purple line, if we continue to move up bullish, red, top of the red box, 80 pips, 80. So you see how I have equal distance in my scalp zones? I love that. When I have the exact levels, that kind of confirms my bias that I got correct zones, okay? And we might flip into a hammer and drive right up to there and catch another 80 pips coming up to there, okay? If it continues to push, we've got the big red body, okay? Do we have structure to the left? Absolutely we do. Where? We've got body, 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 body. 4 bodies there, another body, then they gapped it up where they wanted to really bring it down. So another point of interest, right here, yellow line. Why did I place a yellow line here? You see, body, a body, a body, a body, and then the body there, but then there's your manipulation. We closed there on June 24, Monday, the start of the week. Tuesday, they gapped it up to kind of push it back up there and trap the buyers, and then they dropped it down with Nvidia, kind of pushed the entire US stock market down. Was that big sell off on Nvidia and things like that. That kind of took some liquidity out of the market. Again, if you want to draw a zone, see the wick and those 2 wicks right there, and that body above, they're all equal distance. So if I want to draw now a zone, okay, this is all I do right there. See what I did? I caught that type of volume there, those wicks. The yellow line is right in the middle, 50%, and then I bring it across and I make that my next red box, okay? So I still keep the selling pressure above me. You know, I still respect what the sellers are doing. They've been selling down since here. It came back up. This was the lower high impulse breakout that trapped those buyers up there, and then they pushed it down with a bearish candle. So if we come up today or tomorrow, if we break for the high of the day, I'm expecting maybe up to here, 80 pips. If it continues to drive up there, again, I measure that black part of the chart. From here, I measure up to there. 150 pips, okay, 150. I could cut that in half and cut it down to 75, absolutely. If I really want to get into really scalping, from this red line to that red line, cut it in half, halfway point is right there. And then now I got more scalp zones. So let's go again and measure it from here to there, 70 pips, okay? And then the next one would probably approximately be another 70 pips above. So I get my zones. So we have to, in fact, acknowledge that they gapped up the market Tuesday. They sold it down with a bearish engulfing candle. They continued the bearish move down to here, and now we're coming right back up. So we have a strong rejection on the daily candle. We've got about 3 hours and 18 minutes to go. Where will we close? How will we close? What is 50% of this big red bar? Open, close, half of it somewhere around here. If we're closing strong up here, then maybe tomorrow we might continue to push up. If they keep it closed below here, then we might continue to be bearish tomorrow and continue to push down in here, okay? So now what I do is, I've done my daily analysis. I go to the 1 hour, 60 minutes. My wife is messaging me and she's saying, are you watching the kids? Not currently right now. She's with her friend right now. I got my kids in the hotel. I kept them occupied. I bought them lots of candy. I bought them... One thing I love about Europe is they have the Doritos taco flavored chips. If anyone's in Europe, if the green bag, we don't have those in North America. The taco, the green bag, wow. So I got them a lot of chips, a lot of candy. They're entertained in there. They got YouTube, they got their phones, so we can scalp these markets. But after this chart, I got to get out of here, guys. So now I'm on the 1 hour, 60 minutes. I've got my daily critical point of interest. The purple is the low of the day. The purple is the high of the day. All of these other yellow lines are other critical point of interest. So I can see now the overall trend on the hour. I can see when they really started to break it down. When? Tuesday, 9 a.m. That was the push down. Wall Street, 10 a.m. continued. So it came right back up green. They pushed it back down. There's your ignited bar at 11. Continued to flush all the way to 12 p.m. 1, 2. Here's power hour, 1500, 3 p.m., 4 p.m. This is our Tokyo consolidated session. We're moving into London over here in Europe. We had a bullish candle, then we continued to push down. 4 a.m. Frankfurt, 5 a.m., 6 a.m. is pre-New York. We move into 7 a.m., 8 a.m. is news and everything going on in the market in North America. I know 9 a.m. Wall Street this morning was our low of the day on US 30, 38,910. We continue to push up. Pull back, higher low. We got a nice big bullish engulfing candle at 10 a.m. Did you mark up 50% of that 10 a.m. candle? If you did, you caught that red candle coming down. There was your 50% rejection. As soon as it popped, there was no wick above us. Did anyone take a buy right here at 11 a.m.? When I break it down on the 5 minutes, I will know exactly when that popped and just filled right up to the previous 1 hour structure. If you measured the move from here to there, that is approximately, guys, 100 pips. 100. That's, you know, when like Forex Borix was saying he's caught 465 pips in a day, you can see, guys, if you take your technicals serious and you take your trading very serious and you understand the implications of 50% zones and pullbacks and bigger bars and what time and sales of the day, you can pip and dip out of these markets and hit your daily goals, guys, without over leveraging. Okay, so you see now we're struggling. We've got two inside indecision candles trying to break the high of the day up here, and we're struggling. And look at it, it's below right here. 50% of this big red bar, which was Tuesday at 11 a.m. Okay, so we're struggling. Now we are kind of consolidating in this hourly trap right here, where most of this hourly volume was in fact in here for quite a bit, like right in here, and we're still inside this pocket. So if I was to make this hourly area neutral, we're still inside here. Yes, we could eventually break out a little bit higher, or they could break the market down and come back down into here, okay? So we are consolidating right now, going into maybe the close of New York. Do we have any hourly areas that kind of I want to pay particular interest to? This hourly bar right here, 11 a.m. open, close, half of it is roughly right around here. So see the last previous low of this hour, I use that as interest, and then I draw my green box right there. And then I see if the hourly, this demand zone can continue to hold this move coming up, then we will possibly break through this high of the day and scalp a little higher up here. If we cannot hold this green box, then we might come down into here. But you see now, this is where I manipulate my yellow line, okay? So I can see hourly bodies. This yellow line is way too close to here, so I'm gonna bring it down right there. And you see how I just brought it down to this body, to this body, to that body, to that body, to that wick, to that body, to that body. And then it lines up with my psychological zone, 39,050. Previously it was right up there. I find that to be too close. So I want to bring it with more structure. I find a touch here, 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 and a touch there, and a touch there. And it kind of, I give it, if I'm going to scalp down, give it more room to move down, okay? So you see the hourly candle right now, it's going to close in 13 minutes. It's a spin top. We opened green where it tested the high of the day, came back all the way back down red into 50% of that hourly candle. It's coming right back up. We got indecision. So now I go to the lower time frames, my scalping, just like we did with gold. And I can see the 5-minute candles. These things are horrible. If I see these 5-minute candles, I'm shutting the laptop and I'm going, I'm not trading. Okay. The reason why I liked gold is gold was it was moving nicely. This is horrible. Okay. So what I do with this, guys, trap this entire garbage area, at the high of the day to that green box. And if you don't want to scalp inside here, this is very frustrating to trade in here. You know, like you're buying, it comes back down, or you're selling and then it goes up. Then you buy and then it goes back down. If you're selling, it goes back up. This is where it's accumulating. The market right now is accumulating. We might be going into 2 p.m. Eastern. We might be going into power hour. So what are, again, our options? If you want to trade in the box, you can measure the entire box, like from top to bottom. It's a big zone, it's 70 pips. But this is very erratic price action. There's really no direction. Okay, there's too many wicks, too much indecision. I would personally stay away from this. What I would do is, if it's going to continue to accumulate, let it to continue to accumulate, up, down, sideways, whatever it's got to do. Eventually, the market is going to make a move. Maybe place an alert at this purple line at the high of the day. Again, how do you place an alert? Right click, alert, create. So I've created an alert. If US 30 comes back up to the high of the day, I will get alerted. And then what could happen? Is it going to be a fake out where it impulsively moves green and then closes back below, gets rejected? Then I could sell back down. Okay, that's one option. What happens if it pushes above and then it's actually a green candle that closes above? Then I use this support to act as support and not resistance. If it comes down red, I want to see buyers step in here and change the structure. Where it's resistance now, might turn to support. If it gets respected, I might go into a buy and then continue to come right up to the top of the red box. Okay, that's another option. And the same options are for, I'll place an alert below here to see if it in fact breaks down below this green box. And in those same options, will it break down, come down impulsively, collect a wick and close back in the box and use that green box to go back up? Then I'll possibly hit a buy above here and take it right back up to there. Okay, and then my next option is maybe it will in fact close below, where it impulsively comes down but closes below, and then I flip the zone again from support or demand to resistance or supply, whatever you want to call it. And then if I make it red, it's coming back up green, the sellers absorb it and then start to drop it down to here to 39,050, grab maybe 50 pips coming down there. If it can't hold there, maybe continue to push down a little bit further. Okay, so I don't want to trade like right now, as you shouldn't be either in here. This is more for consolidating, okay? So I would avoid this, place some alerts at those critical areas. We're smart. We know that Dow Jones is not gonna continue to trade inside here, maybe for the rest of the day, maybe it will, but we know that sometime maybe later tonight, going into the Tokyo session, maybe into London, that maybe they're going to break it down, come down, test the low of the day, or it's going to continue to maybe close above here, make a new high of the day and continue to push. Remember, that daily candle could flip into a nice hammer candle and continue to drive, okay? So hopefully that analysis helps you out, guys. Nico, this is not my gaming room. I'm in a conference room at the hotel right now, and I'm streaming for you guys on vacation. But I wish it was a gaming room in here. Ramon, when I'm in Netherlands, just let me know. Absolutely, I would love to come to Amsterdam. That's on the bucket list, to come to Amsterdam. But I'll be coming there alone. or maybe I bring the kids with me there, but definitely be coming to Netherlands. Hopefully they go far in the Euros. I love that. I love their team. They got an awesome football team. Russell, awesome. Enjoy your day. You got the pips that you needed. Hope the weather clear. Yes, thank you, Russell. I appreciate you, bro. Have a good day. Guys, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. I had a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys. But we took the gold buy right here. It's still, guys, we haven't really broke down below the green box. It's still consolidating, but look at a lot of wicks. 1 wick, 2 wick, 3 wicks, 4 wicks, 5 wicks. So we got a bearish candle coming down. They could in fact close it below here and start to push it down. But if it continues to catch higher lows and build be careful. But that's why I closed out 90% of the trade in profit up here, and I still got 10% running with my break even. Worst case scenario is my 10% gets stopped out, but I still cashed out and took some profit. So everyone on YouTube, guys, if you can hit the likes for the stream, if you understood the gold setup, hit the likes, put a W in the chat, subscribe to our channel if you're new here. We're almost at 80,000 subscribers. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to be back here at the same time. I'll let you guys know, and for Friday, same time as well. So guys, it will be for you, like if you're in North America, 11 a.m. Eastern, around 11:30 post New York, and then if you're here in Europe, it's around 5:30, 6 p.m. over here. Okay, guys? So I'm going to go right now, see how my kids are doing, go grab some supper. I appreciate all of you guys. I'm happy everything worked out. I was scared that there was going to be some audio issues, or maybe I only have a laptop. Normally when I'm streaming at home, I have multiple monitors and I'm watching the chat, I'm watching Bookmap, I'm watching other things. But we kept it pretty simple today, just the trading view charts, some top-down analysis. Tomorrow, maybe we'll do some other securities. Today, we looked at gold and US 30. But if you're going to continue to trade, remember, we still have 2 hours to go into Wall Street closes. So just pay attention to power hour. I can't stress this enough, guys. If you've hit your daily goal or you've exceeded your daily goal, have the discipline to go and enjoy your day, have some hobbies, go do some things. This is how you can learn how to scale your account and continue to compound and grow and develop the discipline to get your money out of these markets and go be with the family and friends and enjoy your day. Okay, guys? But I appreciate all of you guys. Okay, thank you to everybody that joined. Gold could possibly break down, close below this box. Unfortunately, you got to flip that box. If it closes back with red falling below here, you got to flip it red, because that might be going on ongoing resistance. If we come back up, and then maybe they're going to push it back down. But hopefully some of you guys maybe grabbed your pips out of here. And if you're still holding, it could still continue to create higher lows. Still got a lot of room to breathe in here. But we'll see how it moves, okay? But thanks, everyone. Shout-outs to Forex Borex for holding down Live New York. And if you guys on Zoom, if you guys can join in on Forex Borex's calls, the man is extremely knowledgeable, very laid back. He talks a lot like me, you know. We can go hours and hours and hours on these streams, but he's fantastic, and we appreciate him being on the team, guys. So make sure you guys say thank you to Forex Borex for everything he does here. The man is amazing with gold. Okay, guys. So thanks to everyone that joined. God bless everyone, and we'll see you guys same time tomorrow in the same conference room, or maybe another one, but we'll see you guys tomorrow. So thank you, guys. Appreciate all of you guys. Have a good day. Love you guys on Zoom. Love you guys on YouTube. Take care, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks That We're Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell, okay? I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please, secure.